everybody.
Hello.
Hopefully, audio. Oh, I gotta add Jen. Okay. That should do it.
All right. Welcome back to the chaos that is Ash's Cookies.
Ash's Cookies.
Once again, thank my players for being here every 2 weeks or sometimes month when there are holidays that we have to celebrate.
It happens.
You have to celebrate.
Yeah, you. Literally only you, I think.
Well, all right. Well, we're gonna skip.
Hope it was nice, Will.
Anyway, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna music. There we go. 20 a.m. in the realm of Thuerginia. Magic has never been as pervasive and influential throughout the land as it has been these last few years. The event known as the Great Emancipation of Magic saw an unknown entity release a large amount of arcane energy into the world, specifically the region known as the Epigen, which contained the kingdoms of humans and halflings. At this same time, the race of elves, the guardians of magic, and their half-elf brethren mysteriously disappeared, leaving the humans, now led by the half-elf king, Madrinian Varyaris, to adopt both the legacy and the burdens of the elves. This era in history, since the emancipation, has seen many shifts, discoveries, conflicts, and opportunities for all people within the realm. Our story picks up with a group of adventurers consisting of Nizoa, Helbus, Ash, Thud, and Freebird. They have faced dangers beyond what most others in the realm could fathom. Their current adventure has granted them a trip out to sea. Under the contract of the Order, the 5-booked passage on the Depth Maiden, led by the total Captain Kraken, and have now sailed on the seas for 14 days, and have encountered some once-in-a-lifetime events. Their recent exploration of an unknown island of lycanthropes was bittersweet, as Nizoa perished at the hands of a Rakshasa, but was revived, and the group reaped the spoils of killing it. The group attuned to new magical items, though Thud had trouble with nightmares and lack of rest. They also encountered the first sentient item in the form of an amulet from the Rakshasa, while Thud was unable to attune, Ash was met with fire from the entity, causing Freebird to put it away in a chest. On the way to the next destination, the group was ambushed by a glowing green spectral ship, as spectral pirates attacked the crew. Multiple members were possessed, others were aged due to a frightened condition, and a couple more were unfortunately killed, but Ash managed to turn them and end the attack. All the while, necrotic energy pulsed from the ship, and spells were thrown at the adventurers. While taunting the ship, Nizoa received an unwelcome message from Larlock, causing her to shout for the ship to get away. They all managed to pilot the ship out of the mist and away from danger. The crew tried to pick up the pieces and get back to pace, and our heroes rested, apart from Thud yet again. In the morning, Ash and Nizoa got to work trying to heal who they could. Ash managed to remove an apparent curse from Thud left by the Rakshasa, as well as get rid of some of his exhaustion, and then managed to reverse the aging effect on Passion. Nizoa then healed Thud as much as she could. They all went about their day, Ash in the crow's nest, Thud working on the deck before Nizoa told him to go to sleep under the advisement of her deity Sylvanus. Nizoa saw a strange creature in the water known as a plesiosaurus, or plesiosaur, that might be wrong, and Freebird slipped into the captain's quarters yet again to take a pillow, belt, and holsters, and bottle of wine while Kraken was thanking Ash for her help. Another day passed, this one allowing Thud to rest to almost complete health, but the next morning brought with it a large storm battering the ship with winds, rain, and thunder. And so we pick up that morning as you all wake up to rain battering the sides of the ship, thunder reverberating through the wood, and waves rocking you back and forth. And though we are not in combat, I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative for clarity's sake. That's good enough. All right. So we have, just in case, Dave, 30 to 25.
27.
Oh.
God damn it.
And Will, I can actually roll 31 now.
Oh, snap. Don't question
want
it.
I
Do you
know,
wanna-
I'm not gonna question it. I just can't fathom how you even find this shit.
The bird is the
no,
most
thi-
powerful member of our group. It's beautiful.
It is.
Okay, wait. I had a plus 10, and somebody gave me a stone of good luck. That was you.
So it's your fault.
So that's
Yeah.
so I got another plus 1.
Yeah, this is I hate that.
You did this to yourself.
Yep.
I can roll a
Yeah.
34 on stealth.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's without pass, without trace, right?
And if you
Or
for whatever
other
reason
stats.
multi-class into Bard, you can increase your initiative to even more than that
Don't give them
because
ideas.
of their bullshit. Rogues and Bards are broken, people. 25
Yes,
to 20.
rogues are definitely broken.
25 to 20. No, okay. 20 to 15.
16.
Uh, 15 to 10.
11.
Uh, 10 to 5. Okay. And 5 to 1.
Hey, it's me. I got a 4. Wait. No. I got a 5.
There
Sorry.
it is.
Okay.
There. Because I can't re-roll a natural 1 on initiative.
Why not?
Hey, wait, why not?
Because it's only halfling lucky. It's only attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
It's initiative is an ability check.
Yep.
See, I was just listening to something the other day, and they were like, "No, it's not." Okay, cool.
Nope,
Oh, then that's a 19.
Okay.
19 plus.
There it is.
Yeah, no, that's why Dave can do all that. And that's why like bards can add half their proficiency to initiative because it's a ability check they're not proficient in. So 19. So you're gonna go.
I didn't realize that was one. I thought initiative was just initiative.
No, initiative is a dexterity ability check basically.
Oh.
But some subclasses and then feats and stuff give you bonuses to that ability check, but you can't like be proficient in it.
Okay, so I'm still suffering 1 level of exhaustion. So I rolled
Yeah, you
the,
are at 1 level.
Yeah, I rolled the second dice on that, so it's a 9.
Ah, right. Okay.
Do I have any minuses left? Well, I don't think so, right?
You may have slipped them off. Let me look at my
I
notes.
thought I did, but it says 1 still, but I can't remember.
I don't have any written down. I did, so that might mean.
Yeah,
that
I think
you are
I'm pretty
good.
sure I got rid of it.
I'm pretty sure you have, because you were always able to rest.
Yeah.
So you're now going here. Okay. All right. So Freebird, it is your turn. You have just woken up to the sounds of the storm and a bell ringing on the deck. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go up on deck and check it out.
You can use your bonus action to dash to get up if you want.
Okay.
Alright, so you go get up on. As you're passing through the lower deck, you actually see that there is a large hole in the floor from the deck to the lower deck. And it is pouring in water as you pass by it, and then you get up on the deck and see all the rain pelting you and completely covering the deck in water as people are running around frantically trying to figure out what to do. There's bits of cargo like scattered around, that have come loose from the deck and are scattered around the floor. Since you're the first one up,
What does it
that
look like the hole looks like? Is it damage, or is it like a Looney Tunes cartoon drawn hole that we can drive a train through?
it is not representative of what I've drawn,
Okay.
but it is damaged. It is relatively that size, but it is like clearly some like the wooden planks that built the deck are broken in to make that hole.
That's disappointing.
So yeah, that is a big problem that needs to be fixed. So in terms of mechanics,
Do I see a Rakshasa doing meteor swarm anywhere?
thankfully, no.
Hopefully not.
No.
Are there
he is
meteors
not.
up there?
He is not returned yet.
Yet. Oh, Jesus.
So in terms of mechanics, this entire area is considered lightly obscured because of the rain and the wind. Any perception checks to deal with hearing are at disadvantage. While you are on the top, what?
Mine are always at
You're
disadvantage.
always at disadvantage.
The one thing. You are going while on the top deck. You move at half speed until things get fixed a little bit better.
Half speed.
You see that all the lanterns and any source of open fire is completely doused.
Okay.
From the wind, you can tell that ranged weapon attacks, like physical weapons, are at disadvantage up to 10 feet and impossible past that. Not that that matters right now, but in the case you wanted to use that. And concentrating on any spells is going to be a lot more difficult. But that's
Great.
everything. That
Amazing.
is everything in terms of the mechanics of a storm.
Just
But
keep in mind for concentration when I do that.
and so, Freebird, as soon as you get on deck, you see three major things that are of concern. You see the loose cargo around you, which is the three boxes are where the cargo is supposed to be, and it's not there. You see two of the sails, the bowmost and the aftmost sail, are not tied down, and so they're just flapping in the wind. And then you see the big hole in the deck. Those are three major things that you currently see need fixing.
Okay, is there any sort of tarp?
Tarp? There would be a tarp resting below where the cargo should be. So like imagine like what is that? A pallet on the deck, and then there's a tarp on that, and that's where and then boxes and other cargo would be placed on top of that. So where the black boxes are on the map is where you would currently see a pallet covered in tarp.
I'm just looking for anything to repair the hole.
There is wood in the hold on the bottom floor of the ship. There's plenty of wood for this specific
That'll work
reason.
that part out.
Okay.
Thud would know that and would probably, as long as he sees the hole, which he will as soon as he gets up, he could probably figure that.
Okay, I'll let him do that. Can I secure the cargo?
Yeah, you can go over to one of these boxes, and that'll just take your action. You'll need let me see. You'll need one. You'll need two other people, but there are two other people very near you. So as long as you shout to them, they can come and help you on your on their turn, and it'll just take your action. But it is easy enough to do.
Okay, I'll tell him to batten down the hatches.
Okay. All right. So yep, you're right next to it, so you don't even have to make a save for that yet. So you are right next to that cargo, and you are going to help with that as soon as people can get to you. Next, on initiative count 20. Let's see.
Oh, I don't like that.
Freebird, as you are battening down the hatches, you look at the corner of your eye to see a large wave coming towards the front of the boat, and it begins to shift the boat at nearly a 45-degree angle. I need everyone to make strength saving throws.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh.
Strength saving
And
throw?
everyone has an advantage, by the way. Thank you, Gronk.
It's fine.
With my awesome -1, I actually rolled a 19, so 18.
Wow.
I am gonna use mine. Because that
Strength
was
saving throw?
awful.
Yes, strength saving
That's
throw.
22.
Oh.
18.
Alright. Who else do I need to roll? I need to roll you. This guy is actually just gonna fall straight into the hole. 'Cause he did not save. Yeah, he fails and just falls into the hole.
So
and
it's
is
like
now on
you
the lower
can,
deck.
so we can like see rain from where we are downstairs over there.
Yeah, yeah. As soon as you
Well,
get
we're
out of
in
your
our
room,
room.
you can
Yeah, we have
immediately
to
see that
walk out.
Okay.
there's rain coming in.
Cool.
So he would fall right there. Okay. Is that everyone I needed to get? What did you roll? You did not roll well. 5, 10, 15. No, that's not bad. All right. Nizoa.
6.
Okay. You are still in your room, so all that happens is basically,
Smack
as
against
soon
the
as you're
wall.
trying to get out of bed, you feel the ship violently jerk, and you just thrown against the wall.
Okay.
Freebird, you're okay. You basically hold on to the side of the boat and just basically surf the boat back down into the water. Thud.
Is it my turn?
No, what'd you get?
Oh, I got a 22.
You're fine. Ash.
18.
18, you're fine. Oh, Nizoa, you're prone, but that.
Yeah.
You just hit against the wall. All right, Ash, it is your turn.
Am I in my room? Where am I?
Yes. Let me. Whoop.
Okay.
You can dash to get up to the deck.
I guess I'm dashing up to get up to the deck. And then I will.
And you have like 15 more feet of movement. However, you
Once
also,
I get
as soon as you get up, you also see the cargo around. You see the drenched deck and the wind blowing violently, and everything is difficult terrain. So you technically only have 5 because you have to round down.
Okay. My action.
But you can see Freebird to your right beginning to batten down some of the cargo if you'd like to help him with that. But there are 2 other cargo piles that need to be reshaped. There is the big hole, and then the sails are still not.
Oh well, I'm very little, so I'm probably gonna go team up with Freebird.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So I'll start
Head on over, Freebird. You will help him with that.
Yep.
All right. Kraken is shouting orders to his crew, and he's gonna come down and begin to pile things back on this cargo. Nizoa, your turn.
Okay. I
You
am
two
going
probably-
to. Would you say I know the boat well enough that I could just Misty step where I want on the top dock?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna do that.
You can step through things with Misty Step?
Yeah.
Let's.
I think
do
so.
have to-
Can't
have
you?
to See the point?
Can you? You
Let's
can just vape
see.
through walls? I don't think I ever. If
Misty
As long as
Step
it's 30 feet, you
album-
can see it.
Album by a
believe.
bold person. What the fuck is this?
huh?
Where is my Misty Step?
That's interesting. I'll have to check that out. Briefly surrounded by a silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see.
Oh,
So you
see,
can't.
okay.
So, however, if you were to step out of your room, you would
And
see
then-
the giant hole in the deck.
Then I could go there. Okay.
And then you could teleport to the top.
Then I'll do that.
Okay. So you do
Sorry.
that.
Sorry, Kat. I wasn't.
Oh no,
like,
you're fine. I mean, doesn't
But I
really
was just
change
like,
anything.
I've
do it.
never seen anyone use Misty Step just walk through
I think
a wall. Why has no one
dimension
ever done that?
dimension
Yeah, that's
door. you
more
can
dimension
do
Dimension
that.
door.
door, you can go in.
Yeah,
As long as
dimension
you
door
can
do
see it,
that.
though.
Yeah. Wait. No.
Not in Dimension Door.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Cool. Right.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I am just gonna do what I can and kind of, I guess. Wait, is that a? Yeah, I mean that's a cantrip. So I'll do mending a little bit just to kind of start to like
Okay.
unsplinter some of the wood and
Sure.
so it makes it easier.
So yeah, okay. So that does because this was gonna need 2 people. I think. Hold on, let me check my notes. Yeah. So 2 people. So you can begin to help out with that. Perfect. It's Passion's turn, and he's gonna immediately jump up, and he's gonna come over and be the 3rd person to help with the cargo, and that will finish that, and that crisis is now averted. Carme is also gonna get up and help. Well, she's gotta go around 5, 10. Oh, but she could never mind. And she's gonna help with this crisis. Still needs 1 more person. Thud, your turn. Oop, that's not right. There we go.
Okay, so I'm gonna come out and see the hole.
Yep.
Run up to Ori. Is that her name?
That one. She is yes.
Carpenter.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go tell her to grab the supplies and just come up under the hole and start working on it from the underside.
Okay. The hole is actually going to be more. Well, let me actually look before I say anything. The hole is actually more here.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay. So she's going to get that on her turn, and then you guys can start working from under. It's the crew's turn, so she's going to begin to go down. Let's see. So we got 1 crew member over here. And he's going to be the 3rd person to avert this crisis. And then, let's see, how long is it going to take? Or he takes a little while, so she gets back up. She gets back up to the top of the stairs with the wood, but she's not going to make it to you on this turn. Top of the round, Freebird. Let's go back.
Okay, so one of them is already secured. Can I move over to this one?
You can secure that one. Oh, wait, sorry. I actually have to. Let me look at my notes. Everyone's fine. Make a. I don't even know why I'm asking you to do this. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 29.
Yep, you're fine. You nimbly get over all of the loose cargo, and get there, and you can begin to strap that down. We've got how many?
Already in.
Gotta write down how long it's been because I forgot. So you do that. So that is your turn. Storm. Initiative count 20. What happens on that? Oh shit. Well, actually, let's just see. It's either one or two. As soon as you step away, the cargo that you just strapped down comes loose again. So that becomes a crisis again. Ash, it is your turn. The cargo that you just finished strapping down with Freebird and Passion comes loose again as you try to grab for it, but it has become loose on the deck again.
I'm gonna chase after it, I guess.
Okay. All right. Kraken's turn.
Wait, you're so motherfucking Kraken?
No, Captain Kraken.
Oh! Never mind, continue.
No, that you already did. You already rolled that. You rolled you rolled the second lowest, so it's not that bad.
Well, no, I was like, wait, no, there's a Kraken here. I'm gonna go after the Kraken. I'm not gonna be
No.
chasing every damn luggage.
No, sorry, not this time.
Okay.
He's gonna come over and prepare himself to help with the wood as soon as it gets there. Excuse me. Nizoa, you can either continue to. You've already mended what you could,
Okay.
and you can see Thud standing below you, with like hammers in his hand and nails ready.
Okay, so he's. It seems like he has that taken care of.
Seemingly. So there, you did see the cargo that was just battened down, come loose again to your right.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my turn, and once Ash and Passion get it all together, I'm gonna cast Entangled on it.
Get
So
your
it
shit together.
stays.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Then, yep, as soon as Passion goes, which is next, he'll go. He'll try to get it all together again with Ash, and as soon as like they get it like all together, you cast your entangle spell and it wraps around the cargo and like puts it in this nice little bundle that definitely reduces the chance of it coming undone again.
Nice. And that is concentration, so I'll have to roll on
Yes.
that.
So we are gonna do concentration check on initiative count 20 because that's just that's the quote unquote storm's initiative count. Passion. Oh, Carme's gonna come over and do the sale. How many people does it need for the sale? Thank God I write this shit down. 2 people. So she's gonna begin to try to tie down that sale. Thud. You are down below waiting for Orhi to come with the planks needed.
I'll just start prepping like the area around the hole the best I can to,
Okay.
you know, from when we start throwing planks in there.
Yeah.
I'll also attach one of my nozzle attachments to my right hand.
Your nozzle attachment?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. It's the crew's turn. This guy's gonna try to get back up to the fucking deck, so... And then, so at this point, he comes over with the planks and begins helping you. And that crisis will be averted over time. Where's the deckhand is now here again. He can't make it all the way there, but he's going to start to get there. Come over. That sail is averted. The front sail needs. Oh, nope. Yeah, he's right there. He's going to go for that sail. Needs one more person. Mark that. That's it for the crew, I think. Top of the round, Freebird. You are doing your best to get the cargo together, but at the moment, everyone else has been tied up, so they have not been able to get to you yet.
Okay, I'll continue doing what I'm doing.
All right.
Look, guys. Shut up.
Initiative count 20. Ash, not Ash. Nizoa, please make a concentration check.
10.
10. That's the exact
Yep.
DC you needed. 1. Haha, yes. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Clap of thunder and a bright light flashes before all your eyes as a lightning strike hits the deck. We're gonna say right here. And a fire begins to start on the deck. Yep, that's a crisis. Round gone. Ash, it is your turn.
Did I get all my stuff back up?
Yes, that you
Oh, yeah.
got all the cargo good to go.
Okay, then I'm going to look around for. I'm gonna get a head count of our group. Can I see everybody?
You can see Freebird struggling with the cargo at the aft. Nizoa just cast a spell of Entangle, and you can no longer see Thud because he is now below a fixed hole, or partially fixed. It's a temporary fix.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to Freebird.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure.
Isn't the aft the back of the boat?
Is it the bow? Is bow front? I need
Bow
to
is
learn.
That was fine.
Bow.
It's one of the only things I know
I
about.
was like, did I move?
You did legendary, remember?
Do I stutter?
Okay, that is another natural one, but I get to reroll because I'm lucky.
Good, yes.
It's a 15. So 15 plus. You said Dex.
Dex, yes.
save?
15. You are. Yes,
So-
you're good.
Dex
so
save,
you.
right?
Yes,
Dex
Dex save.
Sorry, so it's 19.
Yep, you're good. So you managed to jump over some of the loose cargo and get over and begin to help Freebird. You just need one more person, and that will be fixed. Bow is the front end. Yes, damn it. Bow. Fuck, I need to label that. Yes, so you head towards the bow, jump over the loose cargo, and begin to strap it down with Freebird.
Yep, that's what I do.
I'm gonna mark this because I keep forgetting this is also not tied down. Boop. Captain Kraken. He's gonna go over now that the hole is filled. He can actually get all the way over here, and he's gonna begin to put out the fire. Yeah. He manages to put it out before it gets too big. Mizoa.
Is the fire out completely?
The fire is getting to be completely out.
Okay.
Um,
And what's
Yeah, that quick reaction time.
circle around?
the circle means that it needs to be strapped down.
Okay. Then I will go over there and help him.
All right. With the two of you, you manage to avert that crisis, and you are now. All of you notice as the the second sail gets strapped down, the boat moves at a much quicker pace, and that mattered. And you guys are actually now moving at a steady pace through the water.
Cool.
Passion's turn, and he's gonna be the last person to come over here. Actually, he's making a dex save. What's your saving throw? Oh no, he's fine. I didn't realize he had such a higher fucking modifier. He comes over and gets the last cargo, and now all deck crises have been averted for the moment. Carme is going to stay by the what's it called, the sail while that happens. Thud, it is your turn. You have just finished nailing down some temporary planks on the hull. What would you like to do?
So it looks like everything's like sealed up for now, or at least the best we can get it for now.
Yeah, it's still dripping slightly, but at the moment it's enough to. No one's gonna fall through it, or rain's not gonna be pouring in. So now you can begin to deal with like the water that's begun to pool.
Yeah, so I'll just tell everybody down here to start grabbing buckets and just bucketing water out of the cannon ports.
Yeah. Some of the crew is strapping down the cannons and cannonballs, but where are you? Sasani, the navigator, Ben, the cabin boy, will all come over and help you begin to shovel out the water, basically. But yeah, on the deck, let's see, crew members are going to stay where they are, just in case. Top of the round, Freebird.
So all things are secured. There's no problems. Just waiting out the storm.
At the moment, it seems to be that everyone has been able to handle the crises until another one arrives.
Okay, I'm gonna head to the back of the ship and help if the wheel gets out of control or something.
Yeah. As soon as you get back there, you can see Lunas, helmswoman, who was one of the people that was aged to do the possession. She seems to be struggling. The sails getting back into full operation helped, but the wheel is violently turning. There's no straight to this. There's no course that she's been able to plot to get out of the storm just yet. So you helping her is going to reduce the time to get out.
Okay.
It's the storm initiative count. I think that's another. Yeah. Lightning strike. Oh, that'd be hilarious. No. Yeah. It's the deck again. This one. This one comes right here at the door to the ammo storage for the trebuchet and ballista, and a fire starts right there. Oh, and Nozoa, concentration check.
Oh.
So
And
a
again.
fire started from the lightning hitting it?
Yes, the
How long
lightning struck the wood, and you can see that the wood like burns through and begins, and you can see smoke starting to rise up.
Does lightning cause fire on wet wood? Science question?
It does when
Okay.
Does in my world.
it does when lightning
No,
is powerful. I don't fucking know.
It does, because we get fires from that out here when there's storms happening. But the lightning is so hot it actually dries the wood immediately the second
does
it
it?
hits.
Dang it.
So
Thank you, science, for not making me change my.
Change all
I
this.
I just
Um,
didn't. No, because I was like, what is Ash gonna do to put out a fire? And I'm like, Jen could maybe just make there not be a fire.
It's a fair question. I've just always seen in like movies when it's like big storms that like
Yeah.
lightning strikes and a
Yeah,
big
and-
fire starts even though it's raining.
And that would make sense depending on how long it's been raining or not raining and how
Fair.
dry conditions were previously.
I'll make it so that there's multiple layers, so only the top layer of wood gets wet, so it goes through to the bottom and begins to fire.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a crisis you need to solve.
We should just make the boat out of water. Like, just make it out of water.
Turn everything. What's that? There's a spell that turns.
it would be so much easier that way.
Yeah,
It
really.
would be.
Like, oh, we're getting water in the boat. Okay, great, more boat.
Uh-oh.
Well, looks like my boat's fixed. Hey!
We're gonna do.
I just made it bigger.
Cool. Ash, it is your turn.
That was my turn. I don't know, trying to convince the DM.
Trying to convince the DM.
Trying to yell at
To
trying to
change
yell at
science.
God to explain himself.
That's exactly what Ash is doing. Paylor, why does this even happen?
Shit, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm the god
can
of
I-
sun. I don't know about rain.
I don't know how rain goes. I don't fireworks. Okay, can I see...
Without.
Okay, so am I... trying to figure out how to word this sentence. I'm above where it hit, right? So I wouldn't even necessarily see that a hole is...
Yeah, you're on
Fire.
the bow, for the forecastle. So you are technically above where it struck.
Okay. But this is done. Okay, I'm gonna hop down, I guess, from there and check to make sure that there's no fire. And if there
Okay.
is, then I'll start working on putting in a fire.
There are basically how I'm gonna explain it is that it's singed to the wood and you see embers beginning to crackle. And right now it's at a localized
Just
spot.
Can I just stomp it out then?
Yes, you can stomp it out. Roll a con saving throw for me.
Oh, hey, I think I'm good at this. No, I'm not. 13 plus 3, 16.
Yes. You're good. You don't take any damage and you put out the fire.
My foot might be a little hot.
Yeah, you are wearing metal armor.
Yes.
All right. Captain Kraken gets up to his post. He's gonna come right here and begin assessing the situation. Nozoa, anything in particular you want to do?
Let let me see. So the fire is out, all the sails are okay. No, I'm just gonna keep concentration on kind of keeping all the junk on the top deck safe.
Okay. Passion goes to the front to have some sort of eye in front of the ship. Carmene's gonna come over here and kind of get rid of the damage done to. I think she's the mending cantrip. Don't you have the mending cantrip? Or did I not give you that? No, you don't. Shit. She's gonna start getting that stuff done where lightning struck. Thud, going back to you. You now have a bucket in hand and you are shoveling water out of the lower deck. Do you continue to do this?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Until there's no water left.
Yeah. Crew is with you.
Yeah, I pictured Thud trying to drink all the water.
And
Get
spit
in the
it back
bucket
out
and
like a fountain.
Yeah, just like a big straw.
Yep. Freebird, top of the round. Any particular place you want to go, or do you want to stay helping with the helm?
I'll stay at the helm.
Okay. Storm initiative. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws. This should have been done every time, but I'm an idiot. Boop. Boop. Oh wow, natural 20. Holy shit. Oh no. Oh, you're a rogue. So I think you're technically just... This is not a damaging effect. So does evasion count still?
I don't think so.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
damaging, I don't think so.
It's not, yeah. Okay.
Question.
So,
With your 20, with your nat 20, what is the number that you would hit? Is it 24? Is it 23?
the nat 20 was on the crew, so it's like 21.
Okay, because my dexterity saving throw is at 28.
Okay, so you're fine. I think Kraken is the only one that falls prone.
I feel like if
Marking
he's
row.
like a captain on a boat, I feel like he would know how to not be prone.
Well,
But
he
he's also a
is a
turtle.
barbarian, so he already has advantage.
And he's a
And he's-
turtle.
Also
And he's a
true.
turtle. The thing is, he rolled a 2 and a 5. And he's a -1 on dexterity.
Also
So he
a
did not
turtle.
do well. He's also a turtle. And he's heavy as shit. So he's very top heavy because he's like kind of hunched too. So all of his shell and his body on top of his legs. And Carme, despite
Is he on
being
his
rogue,
back? Can he not get back up?
That would be so undignified for a captain.
It really would, but it would
Yeah,
be
it
so
would.
funny.
He would not be happy. Carme actually goes down too. All right.
This crew is a mess. I just want to point that out.
Yeah,
They
everyone
are a
keeps falling.
mess.
Yep. Nizoa, what'd you get?
15.
You just make it.
Yeah.
Thud,
Yeah, I got an 11.
Oh no.
you fall prone. Where are you there? We're gonna just mark you real quick. The crew is fine. The crew is actually doing the best out of everyone but Freebird. And Ash.
Ash got a 19. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Well, Freebird still rolled a 28.
Oh, okay. So not everyone do as great. It just doesn't mean you're not doing
Yeah.
great.
We all can't be Dave.
Yeah.
But we try.
that
We
what
try
it
just
to beat it
try.
every day.
We try really hard.
All right. And now for the actual effect. That was just the side effect. Everyone everyone now needs to make strength saving throws as another wave comes and knocks into the port side of the ship and rocks it, tipping it on its side.
I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay.
That was a 2.
Oh, wow. Carme is just getting thrown all over the fucking place.
Same.
Same.
Ow.
Cheesecake.
Holy
I want
shit.
Cheesecake.
Well,
Actually, wait. Do prone people have disadvantage on this? Hold on. Prone.
I think I automatically fail. Oh,
Nope.
strength save.
Nope. Doesn't matter. Prone, you just have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Which is strange. That doesn't make sense. Wow. Oh, wow. That was... Everyone sucked on that one. Fuck. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Oh my word.
She gets thrown out of the crow's nest. For the
Oh,
first
no.
time... For the first time, the lookout falls to the deck and takes 8 points of damage. Or wait,
Oh,
how far? How tall is the fucking mast?
Aren't they usually
I
around 20 or
keep
something?
saying it like every
I
session.
know.
But
I think
forgetting.
you've said like 25 or 20 or something. I could
Okay,
be
if that's the
wrong.
case, then I rolled the right number.
I could be wrong.
Is there any? Oh, here. Yeah, no, that's a lot taller. Shit. What did I just roll? That, and that. Okay. She's unconscious, but not dead. Fuck, I didn't make her a fucking, that's not a token, that's just a picture. So, she is unconscious. Everyone else is fucking prone and thrown against the side of the ship. Come on.
Do you want the results of our roll?
Yeah, I'm just getting everyone here first. Actually, Freebird, you watch as Lunas gets thrown from the helm to the side of the ship. You are now at the helm alone. Alright, Zoa.
7.
Same.
You are thrown to the side of the ship and you are prone.
Oh no.
Yes. Freebird.
I just found out something really cool about this luck stone. It negates my -1, so I rolled a nat 20, and it stays as a nat 20.
Wow.
He just gets cooler and cooler
Every day.
every day.
That was an item intended for anyone to use, and I think we found its proper owner.
Clearly.
Absolutely.
Thud.
I got a 13.
13.
Oh no.
Thud, you were shoveling water out of the porthole, weren't you?
Or I was knocked prone.
Oh no.
You were knocked prone.
Oh. Oh. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, I do have
I
a
don't
cap
know.
of
So
water
you
breathing
are
on, so I
prone?
mean...
You are prone on the
Yeah, 'cause
floor.
I can always
next
come
to
get you.
Dex
the
save.
porthole on the starboard side.
Yes. And now I've failed the strength save.
You failed the strength save,
Oh, no.
but you're already against
On
the
the
wall and
Yeah.
on the ground. I don't think you go over.
That's good.
I think you're okay. Because I don't see a reason why you would
Flip
fall
out of a porthole.
upwards
Yeah.
into the porthole. So I
mean-
think you're okay this round.
How much water is still down there?
Probably a lot.
Not as bad as
Oh no, because it probably got kicked out, right? From the. Oh wait, no, but we just got hit by a wave.
You just got hit. So it's not as bad as before. You guys have been shoveling for a couple rounds now.
Yeah.
So it's not as bad, but you get splashed a little bit.
So I'm just picturing myself just like laying in an inch and a half of water,
Yeah.
like freaking out that I'm gonna drown. You know.
You're like if you ever
I
laid
can't
down,
swim.
if you ever laid down in like at the beach, like at the very edge of the
It's just-
water, and a wave comes and just like kind of splashes you.
That's
So
the worst
basically
feeling.
that.
I'm screaming to be rescued. Is all I'm saying.
Oh no!
So Thud, you're
I can't swim.
Thud,
It's
you're
true,
there.
you can't.
Ash.
Also a 7.
7. You get thrown to the side of the ship and you are prone.
Yippee.
So everyone's literally on the side of the ship except for Freebird. Freebird's like by himself trying to right the ship and put it back straight.
Freebird's inner monologue. Why do I have to
Oh,
do
God.
everything?
Yeah. Nizoa, make a con saving
Because
throw
Freebird's my
with
hero.
disadvantage.
With disadvantage. Okay.
With a concentration check with disadvantage.
Okay, it's not too bad. 11.
11
Yeah.
still holds.
Jesus, I'm like just.
But I will say it's really funny because you are directly on the opposite side of the cargo, so if that got loose
It's
while
gonna
the ship
smack
was
into
on
me.
its side, it was gonna smack you.
Yeah.
Ash, it is your turn.
Alrighty, yes, I have.
Alright. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
I am going to use half my movement to get up,
Okay.
and
Have movement.
this is the unconscious.
Yes.
Right. I'll get to her. I'm gonna head towards her, but I don't.
Okay. So you can get to here
Wait.
so far.
I can get to where?
You can get to right where. So you went from here
there.
to here.
Does the ship seem to be good, like rocking from like left to right, or is it more like aft to bow?
It depends. At the moment, it's pretty chaotic. The first wave that hit went bow to aft, and then the second wave kind of went like the front of the port side to the starboard side. So right now, the ship is righting itself at like from side to straight.
Okay. And I'm 10 feet from her, or I'm 15 feet to
You
be
are
next.
15 feet from her.
Okay, cool. Then I will move the rest of my half speed movement.
That your half speed movement would get you there, because you used half to.
Right, but you said that the deck is also half movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait. So 15.
so 15 to get up, and then 7 to get.
Yeah, you would have to round down, so technically 5. So technically you would actually be here.
Okay. Okay.
The rain plus the rocking ship is not
Right.
easy to walk.
Damn. Little legs.
My wee legs.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought I knew what I wanted to do, but apparently I don't. Um. No, is that gonna be anything? All right. Yeah, I guess I will use a healing word.
Okay.
Saying, "Are you okay over there?" Okay.
The rain is like pelting into her entire outfit is just drenched as she lays there on like this slightly bent deck, and her like there's blood dripping down the side of her face as your divine energy begins to seep into her from afar. She just like slowly opens her eyes and puts a thumb up and says, "Not the first time that's happened. Never fun." So she is now awake with 4 points.
So it'd have been 9 from the spell, and then using my Disciple of Life, it's another 3. So 9. 12
That's
total.
almost full for her. So you visibly see like the cut on the side of her face begin to heal. And she is
You're okay. I was just making sure. That looked like a pretty nasty fall.
Yep. Don't recommend it. All right.
And then I crouch down, like just to try to like get like a little bit more stable.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that works. Captain Kraken's turn. He gets up with half his movement. And he's gonna come over and he's gonna tie himself to the mast. He grabs some rope and wraps it around. Nizoa, your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna think about when it was sunny and I'm gonna go, yeah, I think so. And I'm gonna dive in and I'm gonna become a plesiosaur.
Oh shit.
And my
okay.
idea is if I see big waves coming, I want to protect the boat from being hit.
You want to break the waves with
Yeah.
your body.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let's see if I can make a quick plesiosaur.
I got
token.
you if you need.
Soar.
Oh, she's
Plesiosaur,
planned
plesiosaurus.
this. She's got it.
If you got it, you can put it on the map.
Oh, well, I can't put it on there, but I
Oh,
can
you
give it
can't
to you
on it.
to put on there.
If you have a particular one, go ahead. Or I can
I'll make one real quick. That's fine.
Go ahead and I'll just put you. I'll say that. Oh god, what is a plesiosaur speed?
It's a lot.
I'm sure it is.
I got it here. It's 20 feet and then swim is 40.
20. Oh god. All right, 40. So I will say that.
It's got to be a cute plesiosaur though.
I'll say that you need to jump in with 5, so you're right here for now.
That's fine. That's fair.
Oh yeah, it's your action to turn into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. All right. Turn. Passion gets up, tries to fucking die. And
Sorry, I'm gonna need a tries not to fucking die saving throw.
he makes that every round. Don't worry. He's gonna go to the front, seeing what you've done, Nizoa.
Okay.
Are you keeping your head out of the water?
For now, yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna go to the front. Just in case. Carme gets up too. And
I will send you the icon.
Perfect. I'll open Discord right now. Boop, boop. Perfect. Okay.
It's gotta be a cute one.
Of course it is.
I also made a logo for Ash's cookies. It's in general chat.
How big is a plesiosaur? Is it large?
It is large, yeah.
Large. So you're...
That is so cute.
I'm making it a
Let's do it.
emo right now.
Bud, your turn.
You're making it emo right now?
emote for
Oh,
chat.
emo.
I thought you said
Emo,
emo.
please, you say.
Emo.
Alright, Thud.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just get up and start getting back to putting water out of here.
Okay.
I'll help anybody else up too that needs help.
Yeah, everyone got up already. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Getting out, and by the end of this round, all the water that you can get out will be out. The crew continues with you. These guys get up. One is gonna go over here. Kind of brace himself. Get up. Half movement. But she can't get all the way there. Right? Because half movement and then. Yeah, okay. And then, oh, so this guy can only get there, too. And then this guy is going to get here. Cool. Top of the round, free bird. That's another round passed.
I forget the crew member's name, the one that's on the ground next to me. Is she okay?
Lunas, yes. She just stood up and is beginning to come towards the helm, but she is not on the most stable feet, both because of the storm and because of her now matured age.
Okay, so there should be like a railing in front of the wheel, right? The helm?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to push her so that she's holding on to that.
Alright. Yeah, I'll say that, like, you're not moving, so I will say that, yeah, you can. Do you want to put her, like, here against the railer? Okay. Yep.
So she has something to brace herself.
Yeah. Yep. She. You push her and she immediately just like grabs on, and you can see her her entire arm tensing in order to hold on, putting her entire body into standing. All right. It is. You should count 20 again. Nizoa. Yeah, you're still concentrating because you're a plesiosaur. Make a concentration check.
Nope.
No.
Nope. 4.
4. That cargo gets loose. Oh, it's that. Sorry, I read the wrong thing. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. That makes sense. Cool. As you just got up from the large wave, a strong hurricane-like wind blows over the deck from side to side. I need everyone on the top deck to make strength saving throws. So Freebird and Ash.
14.
14. No, you are knocked prone and pushed to the edge of the ship.
16 plus 1, so 17.
17, still not enough.
Whoa.
What?
Strong winds are much harder.
Damn.
You are knocked prone and put to the side of the ship.
What?
Wow, she's fine. He's fine. Oh, because, yep, he's time. He knocked prone and pushed. Knocked prone and pushed. What did? Oh no, Passion's fine. Thank God, he was about to go over the side of the ship. Yep. All right. Ash, it is your turn.
Okay, I am.
You, as you're being flung to the side of the ship, you notice that Nizoa's entangle spell has disappeared and the cargo is loose again.
On the other side, like back over here.
No, where
Right.
the black square is.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Well, we use half my movement to stand up
Okay.
and complain very loudly under my breath how nonsensical this is and how I'm getting so tired of it. I'm gonna start heading towards it to pick it all back up.
All right. All right. So that's one person at the crisis. Captain Kraken can't do shit right now. Nizoa, you are slightly to the side of the ship.
I'm a
Where do you wanna
badass,
go?
is what I am. I'm just gonna swim around, frolic in the water, like I was meant to do.
Do you want to stay where you are and frolic?
Can I make like a perception check, see if I see like a big wave or anything coming that's gonna like harm the boat?
Sure. Yep. Make a perception check.
I'm rolling like shit. 14.
14. Okay. 14. You're not entirely sure. There's large waves all around, but
Okay.
you're not sure which one would be like one that would cause a huge threat just yet.
I'm gonna leave my frolic zone, as Dave so lovingly put it on the map. And I'm gonna move like just kind of to the center of the boat, just so I'm kind of able to.
You can't frolic outside the frolic zone. Sorry.
Well, then I'm not frolicking anymore.
She is just boringly swimming.
I'm just boringly swimming around.
Passion is gonna stay. Is gonna back up so it's not at the edge of the ship anymore. You only get there. Carme is going to drag or begin to drag the lookout down below deck, but can't quite get there just yet. Good. You have gotten what water you can out of the lower deck. What would you like to do?
So everything seems pretty well under control down here, right?
As controlled as it can be.
Okay. But I'm gonna head up the top deck.
Okay. So yeah, so you head up and you're coming up just as you see Carme beginning to drag the lookout, who is a little bruised, to below deck. So you just get on the top deck to make room for her to go down. But you get up and you look around and you see there's like some loose cargo off to your right is where you come up. Ash is currently trying to gather some of the cargo back into
So
the space.
Be able to move to right here and help with that?
So you used, let's see, so you were there, 5. You would have enough movement to get, that's tough, because Carme's in the way.
Can I throw her the other kid down the stairs?
I will say that
I'm
you,
kidding,
if
I
you
don't
wanted
really
to, you could drag the lookout, because you're like if you came to the top of the stairs and begin to drag her down, you could use the rest of your movement to drag her down.
To get them out of my way.
It gets one of them out of the way, so yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So basically you're right there, and now she is out of the way. It's the crew's turn. They're gonna go back to whatever stations they can. Oh no, please don't. I almost deleted that page. He gets up, and comes back here. Gets up, and helps you, Ash. So that's 2 people now. That's the end of that round. 6 rounds done. Freebird, top of the round, your turn. You are prone, looking over the edge of the ship.
Half a movement to get up. And go back to where I was holding the wheel.
All right. Storm initiative. Is that a... Yes, it is. Whoop. Okay. The front sail comes loose again, and you feel the ship beginning to slow. Everyone make dexterity saving throws. He has advantage, so he's fine. Wow, holy shit! The entire crew rolled really well. Nizoa. No, you're not on the ship. Never mind. You're fine.
I'm a fish.
Sure.
An ancient fish, but a fish.
Ancient fish.
28.
You're fine, Thud.
13.
You are not fine. You are prone, and because you're on the stairs, you fall down the stairs.
Well, that's some bullshit.
Ash,
16?
you are fine.
Oh.
The ship rocks a little bit more with the wind and the loose sail and the rocking waves, and so all of you manage to find your sea legs and hold true, except Thud, who just put the lookout down to the bottom, and as he goes to step up, he misses the step and just falls down the stairs. Ash, it is your turn. You're picking up the cargo because there's not enough people just yet.
Okay.
Captain Kraken can't do shit. Nizoa.
Why can't you do anything?
I'm in the no
strapped
fun
himself
zone.
to the mast because
Oh.
he keeps falling, and he's
I'm
can't
gonna
risk getting on his
go
back.
behind the boat and start pushing the boat.
Okay. You're gonna swim under the boat.
So I'm going further away from the frolic zone.
Yes. Okay, you're
Thanks.
Going from frolicking to responsibility.
Well, you're going to the work zone now. So
Going to the
you
work
frolic
zone.
to the no fun
Yeah.
zone, now to
you
the
can't
work zone.
quite get to the back of the ship unless you
Okay.
wanted to dash.
I'll dash. I mean, I'm not literally doing nothing else as well.
All right. Passion is going to 5, 10. Well, actually, he's gonna try to jump down. He'll make an acrobatic check just because he needs to get there. Oh, Passion, please tell me you have
That's what she said.
I don't know about that. Oh, we could have done that. Damn it! I already rolled. Fuck. He rolled a nat 1, but he has a plus 12 to acrobatics. But I don't think I would make that enough. So he gonna fall on his face. And he gonna take some damage. 4 points of damage. And he can't get to the sails. Carme is going to help you, Ash, and resolve this crisis.
Why are you laughing at your own NPC's
I
demise?
Passion is to get his shit together, and I
feel like he needs to be fired, or at least
He
reprimanded.
built this character to be
he's
a
great
badass,
at
and
what
he
he's
keeps
great
falling.
at. But
Which is
he-
what? Because I haven't seen anything yet.
He's a great bard. No one has saved against his spells yet. He has a high DC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a 17 or 18
But
DC
he
on his
can't
spells.
stand.
But he can't. He has a plus 12 to acrobatics, but for some
You know what the
fucking reason he's
problem
got to
here
roll
is?
a 1.
Not a single person on this boat is drunk enough.
Fair.
Probably fair.
I built these characters to be great at what they do, but when
But didn't
when-
take into
what
account that
rule-
we would
what-
have waves.
Oh, I rolled my new dice envy dice. That's what it is. Fuck you guys.
Yep, it's
I-
totally the
I
dice.
picture Will having a conversation with his NPCs.
Oh,
Now listen.
please, wait.
Who created you? You did.
You did!
Fuck
Your
you.
father would be so disappointed in you. That's why he left you.
That went further.
But you're my father, and you're still not God. Fuck you. All right, dice jail.
I'm gonna invite Passion to one of my campaigns. You don't treat him well enough.
I know, he's coming to mine.
Passion,
Passion, you can come to my campaign.
Passion is one of my own character ideas that I was like, hey, this would be a great time to use them, but I guess not.
Clearly not.
It's not a good character idea.
I'm
You'll
changing
die.
to scaling dice. What are you doing? You helped with a crisis. Thud. You are prone and at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, I'd like to stand up and hopefully walk up the stairs this time. I'm gonna
Okay,
take my
you
time
get
a
to the
little,
top of the stairs.
you know.
You still have 10 feet of movement.
Well, then I'm gonna move right here and start getting this
Okay.
stupid
So
cell
you are
secured.
one of 2 people to batten down the sail when someone can get to you. He can't get to you. He can't get to you. Alright, another round gone. 7 rounds.
Jesus.
Freebird, top of the round. You got the helm. Unless you wanted to change to a different job.
Gonna drink a little bit, and then I'm going to hold the wheel.
Smart.
Alright.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Alright. Storm initiative. Got a. Yes, it is. Damn it, almost. Oh no, I'm. I have before my head. Once again, a clap of thunder and a bright light streaks through, and a lightning hits the rear mast,
Oh, jeez.
and like
So Captain Kraken was on fire?
almost splits it. Like if you've ever seen a tree get hit by lightning and splits, you see a large crack
Oh, jeez.
go through the mast, and a fire begins to spark in the center of the mast.
Wait. So Captain Kraken tied himself to the mast that's now on fire?
Yep.
It's like burning him at the stake.
Is he just, like, flapping around in the wind?
He's No, but
Is he like one of those noodle men?
Yes, he's Noodleman now. He's not touches anymore.
But he would be smart to get the fuck out of there. Ash, it is your
I
turn.
swear this crew.
Passion Caveman finished helping me, right?
Carme did, yes. So
Carme.
that crisis is now averted.
Okay, looking around. What the hell do I see? Looking around.
Dinosaur.
You see
I'm gonna see
a
it.
No, you probably don't actually see me.
you see Thud struggling with the front sail. Passion just face planted onto the deck, and now the back mast has a crack in it, beginning to burn, and Captain Kraken is strapped to it.
So we're gonna have roast turtle for dinner.
So
Okay. Ash is gonna look around. What is there any sight, is there any end in sight to this storm?
make a perception check.
So, 12. I was like, there's not a 21 on this dice. It's 12. 12 plus perception is 4, so 16?
16. You can just barely see a bit of cloud that is thinner than the rest ahead of you. However, the sails in the current state have nearly stopped you from advancing.
Okay. Then I'm going to just look at the sky, and I'm just going to scream at Paylor, "Can't you do something about this?" And I'm going to try to use my Divine Intervention.
Divine Intervention, go for it.
Okay, distance dice.
Gotta roll an 11 or lower.
Okay, I need 2, and I need...
For shits and giggles, I want to roll it. See if I can. 51.
No, I got 25.
Sorry, it's a tough one. It's tough.
It's okay. Yeah, no, it's okay.
But
it's gonna work.
when it works,
No,
it is the
you
most
can't
powerful.
do anything about this. You're so great and powerful. You can't do anything about this. Fine. And I don't even know. I don't even know where though. I am going to.
I just
I
saw
guess-
the ash zone. I love this.
The work zone, the ash zone, the no fun zone, and the frolic zone.
Yep.
Okay, so she is very upset about this. She's like had it up to here with this. Then she looks around and sees stupid Kraken. You idiot! Start heading over there.
Okay. You can get 10 feet because you're. Oh, are you 25 or 30 feet?
I'm 25. Well,
Okay, so you can,
Wee
you
little
can
legs.
get 10 feet technically.
Okay, 10. Okay, so this be in between these two.
Perfect. Okay.
That's my turn.
Captain Kraken goes and he unties himself from this fucking mast.
Since he's a
And-
sailor, he should have tied the best knot ever, and he now has trouble doing it.
It's trouble standing.
Let's see if he has trouble. That's cocked, Jesus.
1.
One.
Does he really want?
He's tied himself.
He goes
to the mast
overboard.
and
That's
can't
it.
get
That's
undone.
it. That's it. You
So
can't
he
say
can't,
that.
he doesn't go overboard, but he's about to get fucking burnt.
Oh no.
That's on him. Shouldn't have tied
Smell
himself
that?
to a mast.
Yeah, smell
like
that?
somebody just
Smells
got
like
burnt turtle.
burnt turtle.
Burnt fucking turtle.
Turtle, turtle, turtle.
This is Grog
It's
dice, by the way.
good boy.
Don't use Grog's dice.
I used Grog dice and it gave me a 1.
Oh, well, I mean, that's kind of accurate.
Yeah, he's taking fucking fire damage. What damage did I do for this? I did that.
1d8.
Kraken's roasting
No,
on an
please.
open fire.
I rolled 2 1s. Takes 2 points of fire
I don't
damage.
actually
and
think it's the NPC's fault now. I think it's a will thing.
Yeah.
I am the NPCs. It's both of our faults.
They're all on the boat right now, looking
Gazella,
through the
it's your
fourth wall,
turn.
going, "Get it together, man!"
Post game
are
is
you
going to be a stern conversation. I'm telling you.
Stern.
about to fucking cancel this entire trip because everyone's so fucking pissed.
To be fair, we're almost like out of crew members, so
You guys are running.
We're running
how many-
out.
You've lost. Hold on, wait. You've lost 3, 4 at least. I think
there's been
4
more than that. There's definitely been more.
I think it's 5. I wrote it down somewhere. Hold on. You lost.
I remember one that I saved that just kept getting hurt, so I just gave up on him.
Oh, I didn't write who died in the last fight. Yeah. Well, I think you lost 5 total, and then it would have been more if it didn't happen on the island where
Yeah.
they were revivified with the pools. Just a 3-hour tour. God damn it.
More like a 15-day tour.
Fucking. Where is Gilligan? He's the reason I'm rolling 1s.
He's the reason you're not rolling 20s.
Turn is it? Nizoa, it's your turn. Are you gonna push the boat?
Yep, I'm just pushing the boat.
Feels so sick.
God
I
damn it.
roar with a mighty roar, however
Upsize it.
plesiosaur sounded back then. And I'm just gonna,
Roll.
like, push my head.
Roll a strength check with the plesiosaur's strength.
Jesus. Swear to God, if I get a 1 or something. Oh, that's good.
Roll a performance check with the plesiosaurus.
Let's see, what's the strength? Alright, that's pretty good. 23.
True Jesus. Alright, yeah, despite the sails not working, the boat does move
I
slow,
use all
but
4 of his flippers like a rowboat.
the ship is moving, though it is not as fast as before. Passion's turn. He gets up. Is a
Welcome
useful
back, Passion.
motherfucker, and secures this sail. And it is now, the boat is technically now at full speed, but the other sail is still in jeopardy. Carme is going to use her bonus action to dash to get the fuck over here. She doesn't have mending, but
I love
she's
how
going
frustrated
to.
you're getting.
I gave you guys the NPCs to fucking help, but they're not helping. And she's going to pad out the fire by literally throwing her jacket into the crack and basically snuffing the fire.
Okay.
The mast is still cracked, so it is still in danger of being broken if something happens, but it is not on fire. But you just secured the sail.
Okay. So I'm just gonna take my movement to move right there because it's half speed, right?
Yes.
And then I'll
Okay, yep.
switch the attachment on my hands to the claws.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
Okay.
Well, actually, can I... No, never mind.
No.
Switch my claws. Yeah. Switch my stuff as my bonus action. So.
Okay.
I can't believe you made the DM make rules about the metal arm attachments. What is wrong with you?
I think it's amazing. I can't wait till I get legs. It's a risky procedure, but I think it'll be worth it.
I'm not going in with you this time.
Apparently it's not. It can be done in 4 hours in a back alley shop anywhere.
You don't have mending either, you fuck.
Am I the only one with mending?
I think so.
And
I'm
a
not kidding.
dinosaur?
The other 2 spellcasters on this goddamn boat don't have mending.
Hey, no need to call me out like that. God damn.
Sorry, I totally forgot you're a spellcaster too. I meant my NPCs.
You worthless assholes.
I can cast spells now, too.
Do you have mending?
No.
Okay. What? 8. Alright. Top of the round, the boat is moving. You're getting close to the end of the storm.
Oh, thank
unless
God.
something happens.
Nothing's
Freebird,
gonna happen.
do you want to get away? Do you want to move away from your station?
No.
Okay. Just making sure. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna spin the wheel like this. Woohoo!
Who am I doing? I'm gonna use you for. All right. Storm.
Oh no.
Lightning strike.
Oh, Jesus
Where
Christ.
is it gonna strike? Let's
Anywhere
see,
but
rolling.
the sails, please.
I rolled the deck 3 times. God damn it! Fucking. Where is it gonna strike? Give me a D12. No, wait. No,
Hit
D20.
passion. Zap him out of it.
No, I did not. I rolled deck. I have to roll for a person specifically. 5. That's literally where it struck once before.
It doesn't strike twice in the same place.
Apparently in Will's world it does.
Well, you're technically in a different place now. It just happens to strike on the same place on the boat.
Yep.
I
Yep.
Good
I
point.
can't
Good
believe
point,
how,
Will.
how
I like
many
how
times
we're-
I've rolled the same thing over and over again. The lightning strikes there, motherfucker.
But I also like how we're like doing like these like weird like little odds and ends like does wood burn and does lightning hit twice and somehow you're weaseling your goddamn way out of it.
This is a world of gods and magic.
Magic.
Anything can happen.
But science still prevails.
Science has yet to prevail. Okay.
There's a lesson here.
Listen, I've rolled the same thing 3 times. There's no way science is real because that is not probable. Okay.
We're breaking the DM, guys.
Oh
I'm
no!
broken.
I love it.
Here we roar.
Oh man.
Captain Kraken is not gonna tie himself down again.
No.
Fuck. What can he do?
What if I tie him to the mast?
Then
Time.
you might kill him.
Huh?
Huh?
He's gonna. I don't know. He's gonna use the rope that he tied to himself and tie around the mast to help give it a little bit more support so it doesn't break. That's what he's gonna do. Nizoa, you still pushing?
Yep. If I
Strength
see
check.
the end of the cloud, I'm just gonna use my dash. And like,
Well, yeah, you're using your action to
Yeah,
like push it.
full
Strength
on.
check. Yeah.
do I need to make a strength again?
Yeah, strength check.
Okay. Oh. A 9.
9. You're trying to push, but it's It's more like you're keeping up with the ship rather than pushing it.
Okay, I'll take it.
Um. Can we get over there? Let's see. How far? Oh, it's 30 feet. Passion's gonna use his. This is something he's never done before. His feline agility. His feline agility to double his speed, so he gets all the way over here and puts out the fire. Well, actually, he has to make a saving throw, make sure he doesn't burn himself. Fuck, Jesus Christ. It's fine. Scanlan dice is better.
Of course they are.
Carme's turn. She still doesn't have mending. I'm gonna give them mending next time. She's gonna get her jacket from the crack and she's gonna use her bonus action and action to begin going downstairs to get things to repair. Thud.
So I'm gonna come over to here and start climbing the mast.
Okay.
Have my claws
roll
on.
an athletics check because it's a little slippery and not all together.
Athletics?
Yes.
That's a 22.
Okay. You get. Where are you? How, are you just climbing it, or where are you going?
I'm climbing up, following the crack, and trying to start prepping stuff and getting it ready to throw some patches on.
How high do you want to get on the mast?
Oh, how high does the crack go?
It's pretty spread out. It goes most of the mast.
Well, it's probably about halfway or so.
Okay, so you can get 20 feet up with that check. So you are a quarter of the way up the mast.
Yes, and then I will drop a bag down on a rope for them to throw stuff in once they
Gotcha.
get back
Okay.
up with it.
Sounds good. It's the crew's turn. They're gonna get ready to help.
With my bonus action, can I tie a rope around my waist and around the mast, kind of loosely? Not. I don't want to be like stuck to the mast, but I don't want to. If I lose my grip, I don't want to just fly off the ship.
Roll a dexterity check.
That's gonna be a 19.
19. I can you get it around, but maybe not completely secure just yet.
Fair enough.
Yeah, the crew just basically gets help you. But at this point, one more round goes by, and you guys feel the waves begin to calm a bit. The wind doesn't completely die down, but it's not as strong. And the rain goes from like a sideways pelting to a gentle drenching. And you are now technically out of the storm. And that's where we're going to take a break. When we come back, we can deal with the rest of the day. Whatever that may be.
We're back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So, you are slowly sailing out of the center of the storm. The rain is not completely gone away, and the waves are still not perfect, but it is not dangerous.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna swim to the side of the boat and try to scare Ash.
Make an intimidation check.
Versus my what?
Versus your.
Well, let's see how high she rolls first.
Well,
Oh.
first, wait, where am I on this boat? I'm in the middle. Okay.
You're
I'm in the middle of this boat. And how tall
Gotta
is
have
this boat?
some fun, man.
How big are you?
I'm a large creature.
It's a large creature, plus she has a long neck. She's a dinosaur.
I'm literally an ocean giraffe.
Imagine a brontosaur coming up to your window, like that kind of idea.
What'd you say? A
Intimidation.
intimidation. 15. Not bad.
Okay, Ash, go ahead, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yeah, I already know I am. That's great. Just trying to have a little fun in the water.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I have +8 to my wisdom saves.
Oh yeah, I'm screwed.
One.
And I got an 8, so 16.
Just beats you.
Just beats
so,
it.
Ash, all of a sudden, this strange creature you see peek over the side of the boat, and as her eyes get just above the railing, she's like, "Oh shit!" and tries to scare you, but you saw it coming.
You're too cute. Can't be
I
scared
am
of
too
that.
cute, man.
Yeah.
But then after that, I'll like transform to human and come back up.
And when okay, well, when you see or when Ash sees Nizoa come back up, Nizoa, you know that ring that I gave you that has a bunch of spells stored to
you
like
should
walk
have
on
it.
water?
Oh yes.
No, I was
Yes,
actually gonna
yes.
say to maybe give that to Thud because
Smart.
I forgot Thud doesn't swim. So Thud, if you need to use this, I don't know how you activate it.
As you
However
go
you
to call for Thud, you look up and he's wrapped around like near the middle of the mast, 40 feet above you.
Thud,
Oh,
what are
that's-
you doing?
That's weird.
Thud fix mast.
Oh, all right. I
There's
just
so
leave him
much
up there,
going on everywhere. There's so
Yeah, I'm
much
just up
going-
here. Just whatever.
just hanging around.
You know.
Okay, well. Okay, well, sure.
I'll make him an
I
necklace.
couldn't even cast it on him.
Carme eventually comes up to the deck of this ship with some tools and a couple like gluing agents and like splints to put in the crack, and she begins to rope them up to you.
Okay.
So Thud, you can spend the rest of the day trying to seal up the crack. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
I'm making Thud a necklace with the ring on it.
Okay.
I don't know. How does everyone look?
I'm great.
Damage wise.
Yeah, look
I had
fine.
to swim.
Yep.
Got some exercise in. It's actually pretty nice out there.
Passion has like a bruise on his face.
He probably looks so wrecked.
Yeah, he if anything, like his fur is just completely like
Oh, poor guy.
just sticking up or matted down. It's just like he is a cat after a bath.
I'm gonna go over to him and just start like combing through his fur with my fingers.
It's like tangled in some places. It's like he is not
Do
having
you have a brush,
fun time.
Passion?
He
Nazoa,
looks
you
at-
can't just go start like. You can't just go start
He already looks better.
grooming a cat person.
He doesn't
that might
seem to
mean
mind.
something. That might mean something though.
Does it mean anything?
he looks at you and he's like, to most it does, but you can.
It's cool if it does, and I just keep doing it.
He. Let's see if. He stoically enjoys the combing through, but
See, I
eventually
told you.
you get to like one knot that you try to pull through and it and you like
Aw.
tug at it and it like
I know
it-
how
it-
that
it's-
feels.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Sorry.
He like winces for a second. That's okay. But yeah. For the most part, no one really got damaged too badly.
It was just
cuts
more
and
annoying.
scrapes. Yeah, it was more the danger, honestly, of falling overboard. A lot of people got close, but
Yeah.
no one fell overboard. But yeah.
Oh, cats. Okay. Then, Ash is gonna just look around. Does it look like the weather's gonna start up? Like, does it seem like we're just like in the eye of the storm? Or is it?
Go ahead, make a nature check,
Well, that's not great.
or nature or survival, your choice.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages. 'Cause that was
Okay.
only a 10 for survival.
Yeah, you have a few.
Cool. That is a 19 plus 4 for survival, so that's a 23.
Whoa.
No, this is not like a hurricane. It doesn't seem so. There's no eye to the storm. It seems that it was a concentrated mass. So you just went through the center of it, and so for the moment, it seems like as you keep going, it should get better and better.
So who's the navigator on this ship that took us directly through the center of the damn storm?
Where are you gonna go in the middle of the ocean if it's coming at you?
Around it? It's an ocean.
Eh,
I've been on cruises. They can do that, but this is not a cruise line, so.
I'm just
Yeah,
putting it
they
out
don't-
there.
They don't have radar.
they don't have sea weather.
Then yeah, I'm just gonna figure out how I can help do damages and start.
Yeah,
helping
there's like a bunch of like broken planks throughout the ship, and like a bunch
I'm
of them
gonna
were
go around
temporarily.
mending stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a bunch of
I'll pile it up.
temporary fixes, but now is the time to get everything back into shape.
Yeah, then that's what
I'm gonna focus
Yeah.
mostly on the sails, though.
Yeah. So you definitely help Thud with sealing the crack with mending. Little by little, with mending, but it takes the rest of the day to fix all of the temporary adhesions throughout the ship. Unless anybody has anything specific they'd like to do before the day is done, the day will come to an end.
I'm gonna, when Thud eventually comes back down, I'm gonna give him his little necklace. It's like vines with the ring on it.
What ring?
spells. Bring a spell storing, and it has like it has water walk and something else.
I think you had water walk and I wrote it down. Water walk and I love when I randomly see some of the stuff I write in this. Actually, I don't think I did write it down.
I know that I wrote it down, but every
I
time
can't find it.
this happens every single time that I put anything in D&D Beyond, and then we level up, and then I lose like all my notes and all the extras and everything.
Is this the Pearl of Power?
No.
No, this is the ring.
Oh,
of
there,
spell
that
storing.
was a ring. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I wrote it down for some reason.
Okay, because I think actually what I did, I think is I actually put down a 5th level.
Oh, I think yeah, you did Mass Cure Wounds on it, or one of your healing was on there.
Did you do Revivify just in case you went down or something?
No, honestly, I think I put all 5 levels in water walking, but I guess I
Oh.
can't do that.
I think you
can't
did one
upcast
water
that.
walking and one like of your healing spells just in case, because you were like, just in case you need this.
Mm-hmm.
So then like a mass
I'm pretty sure it was a mass.
healing word, I guess that's what I have.
Yeah,
4th
mass
level.
healing ward.
Okay, then that's what we'll say.
Okay.
But yeah,
Alright.
no, Thud, with this, you can walk on water whenever necessary. I don't really know how you're supposed to activate it, like clap or something, or just say, I want to walk on water, and I think it'll work, but it'll work. I just
Initiate ring.
smack it on your forehead or something. I don't really know.
Thud can't swim?
But you wouldn't have
Okay.
to, because you can just walk
You wouldn't
around.
Yeah, you can just walk on top of water. Like
So-
this
Like a
story
hockey
that I
player.
heard one time.
So Thud's gonna go jump in the water.
Oh,
no.
not right now.
You jump in the water.
Yeah, but Thud can't swim, so I mean,
Okay, you jump in the water.
I assumed I could walk on the water because they gave me the ring.
But you didn't activate
No,
it.
but you have to act. Oh,
But also don't activate it right now.
Okay, so you jump in the water.
I dive in after him.
Okay.
I have
Wait,
water
wait,
breathing,
wait.
so I'm not drowning.
But you're just gonna keep going down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, hold on. So you jump in the water, and what do you do?
Sink.
No, you
Okay.
can't. You can't
I
sink. 'Cause You said
assumed, yeah. I assumed
you said you
I
would never
walk.
separate yourself from the pillow, and the pillow is a flotation device.
Oh, son of a bitch. And
we
I
established
left my
that
pillow in the
last
gap.
game.
It's true.
I
That
literally
is
just
true.
read that.
This constitutes a water landing because you landed on the water.
Yeah. So basically, as you jump 10 feet into the water, it's as if you have a float, like a floaty. You jump and you sink a good few feet, and then you shoot back up to the surface, and you come up a bit, and then you splash again. You are in the water.
Freebird is going to quickly get a piece of paper or anything he can, maybe one of the boards, and he's going to put a 9. Hold it up.
Perfect landing.
So that you're just float in the water, and as you're floating, the ship is just slowly going forward.
I'll throw a rope out.
Guys?
Okay. There's
I'll
throws a
climb back
rope,
in-
and there's a rope in the
the
water now.
ship and we'll
Bud,
just look
quit
at ass
playing
and say, ring no
around.
work.
You gotta initiate it.
Oh, how?
I don't know. We'll think of a word that you can use. How about pineapple?
Okay. What's pineapple?
It's a fruit. But you won't say it, so like accidentally you won't say it and you'll just like,
But I just said it.
Nozoa just puts her head down and walks away.
Okay. So his thought is holding on to the rope, being dragged up behind the boat like a slow, lazy river. Day finally comes to an end.
Thank God.
And you can all take a long rest if
Oh.
you would like to. And Thud, you are no longer exhausted.
Woo! We did it!
Thud, have you attuned to anything? Because
Yes.
what did you attune to?
What am I attuned to?
Or like, because you tried to attune to a bunch of stuff last time, but you were cursed, so you couldn't.
Yeah, but then when we did the, after we removed the curse and I rested then, that's when I attuned to the, Jarl's Edge.
Okay.
That should have been the only thing.
just refresh your page because I was looking at your attunement to see, but.
At least I thought it was on there. Oh yeah.
And also, the Ring of Spell Storing does require attunement, so if you want to use those spells, you have to attune to that as well.
Got it.
Okay.
So you can add that to your inventory and then attune to it if you'd like.
Yeah, I will do that.
But the next morning comes... Cat, do we have any redeemed? No? Alright, then a normal day passes.
Oh, thank God.
Day 73.
I actually don't think I had it turned on, to be fair, but...
But, yeah, I mean... There's not one redeemed, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think we have
Oh.
an extra one. I think the storm was the last one.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, no, that was the last one that I had written down, so... Normal day passes. Does anyone want to do anything with their free time?
Just gonna draw. Look for
Does it
wildlife jumping around.
Does the boat still need fixing up?
There's like an inspection going on, kind of just making sure that everything is holding up. But there's not anything too terribly in need of immediate attention.
Okay.
Gonna put her back on the map. She back in the crow's nest. But yeah. A day full of easiness passes. No interruptions, no big threats. Definitely a lot busier as people are needing to pick up the slack on the ship.
From the dead people?
From the dead or overboard people, yes. But the night comes. And at around mid-afternoon, Captain Kraken comes out of his quarters. Freebird, are you still at the helm?
Hell
Or-
yeah.
Yeah, okay. He comes up to the helm and notices you. Doesn't really say anything, just lets you be, and says, "Be prepared to stop the ship." And then he goes over to the railing and shouts, "Bring up the sails!" And the two crewmates who are on the deck and can do it, furl the sails and basically bring the ship to a stop. And after like a few moments, Captain Kraken kind of paces the ship, making sure that like the ship is as stagnant as can be. And kind of takes one long look over the side of the ship into the water, and then comes back to the center of the ship. And then calls Passion and Carme over to him.
I'm gonna walk right up to Passion behind him.
Okay.
Like I belong there. Just to see if he lets me say.
Yeah, he sees you and keeps talking. And you enter the conversation. As Kraken is saying, he's saying to Passion and Carme, he's coming for the gnome girl. I'm not sure why, but should be a quick visit. Passion says, he didn't explain why? And Kraken responds, just some emergency, I guess. Carme pipes in, have you ever talked to him before? Do you know him? And Kraken says, no, but he had some connection to the Order, so I can't quite say no
Who's
to him,
him?
can I? He looks at you and says, it seems that your friend, the gnome with the firearm, has a visitor coming to the ship.
That did answer my question.
Family member, I'm not entirely sure. Didn't explain much. Sending is not a breathy spell. Got a very quick message from the Order, and that's about it.
Okay.
Did she say anything about a visitor or anybody contacting her?
No. Only person I know that she knows is Michael.
No, that wasn't the name. Johan, I think it was. I'm not sure. But he should be here any moment. At least I hope. And he goes over and looks over the railing one last time. I really hope I gave him the right location.
You're not a very good captain, are you?
Well, it's hard to give locations when you're in the middle of the ocean you've never been in.
Well, that, and you got yourself caught on fire.
So Thud's gonna walk over and grab Nozoa's book and show him the drawings we've been making of the sky, and say,
Okay.
"See, we make map."
He takes the book and looks at what you've drawn.
There's an occasional smiley face on the star map, though. Canon.
Let's see
Makes sense.
Let's see if he notices that. No.
Yes.
Have you
I know-
shown this to
I know
Sasani
Frank-
yet? This seems quite useful.
I mean, well, it is. That's why we did it.
I know
Make sure to
how
show it to
to-
her. It might actually help us get places faster.
I'll go show her.
Probably downstairs. Well, if a random gnome pops up on the deck, let me know. But should be here any moment as he's looking up at the sky, trying to see what time it is. No, but
How he get here?
I'm not a master of the arcane, but teleportation magic is a expansive ability.
I've always
That's-
wanted to learn that.
How the fuck a person gets in the middle of their ocean that they've never been is beyond me, but they seem to be confident in their ability. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Oh no.
They miss.
I've never rolled this spell myself, so I need to
This is where they don't get here.
What am I looking for? Oh, here. Right, okay. Okay, that's what I thought. Here, okay, do this. Ooh, that's not good. Alright, so let's try this again. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. About a minute passes. As they're about to like disperse and go off, there's a small purplish blue flash in front of you on the deck, in a poof, as a small silver gray haired gnome in leathers, a leather tunic and boots with a white puffy shirt and big spectacles shows up on the deck of the ship, with a little bit of blood on him, out of breath, but not just a little beat up. And he got on the ship. He's like, "Oh Jesus, that was not. Oh, never doing that again. Oh my God. What? Oh, good. I'm on the ship and not sinking to the bottom of the ocean. That's comforting. Oh. I assume you're Captain Kraken," as he's looking up at this looming turtle above him. And he looks down. And he says, "Yes, I assume you're Johan." And he looks, and the gnome looks up, and he's like, "Yeah." Oh man. Oh, and then he notices all the other people looking at him. He's like, "Hello.
Hello.
Nice to meet you all. Crew members."
No.
Kind of?
Okay.
We're...
Good.
Actually, what are we?
The
He's
deckhand.
He's looking around, very confused.
What a weird time to have an existential crisis.
Right?
I don't know. After everything we've been through in the last week, I think it's the right time to have an existential crisis.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that. Would you
I feel
mind
like that's
pointing
what
me to Helbis?
She's downstairs.
Great.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Johan. Were you not all expecting me? I'm sorry. Did I pop in at an awkward time?
A little bit.
Oh,
But it's okay.
I am so sorry. I thought they sent a mess. Did they not send a message?
No, we got the message. It's just like, we were expecting like, maybe a few minutes to go by and then you'd pop up, but then you just kind of like, boop.
Oh. Yeah,
It's
no,
cool.
it was
It's
immediate.
cool. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm Johan. I'm Helbis's uncle.
Oh. Does he like look
she
like
is
her?
on this ship,
Yeah,
right?
she's downstairs.
Okay.
She likes things that go
Good.
boom.
Most of us do in the family. It's kind of hereditary. For some reason. Whatever.
Why are you taking her?
Better I tell her first.
Would you mind if I came along?
Maybe you can come with me to the door. Feel like it's her
job to tell you if she wants. I'm just here to tell her.
I mean, to be fair, she's kind of like family, so let's go. And I ignore him and I go anyway.
Okay.
And he like looks awkwardly back at the rest of the group and then follows you.
Yeah, Thud's just gonna like make shooing motions as he looks back at us.
And eventually, you guys go down to the lower deck and find Helbus's room. And as you get closer, make perception checks.
14.
14.
19.
19, okay. Just as you're getting up to the door, you can kind of hear, like, panting, like she's almost out of breath. And Johan also... actually, let's see if you know what it says. Which one is? No, I'll do this. Yeah, okay. Johan notices and kind of, like, hurries his step a little to the closer to the door and, like, knocks, and he says, Elvis?
Wait, what if
Uncle
she doesn't
Johan.
want to see you?
He kind of looks at you and says, I'm just the messenger. I just need to bring her home, however that is, and if I don't, then someone else will.
You make that sound like a threat.
Not a threat by me.
Hmm.
If that makes sense.
I like straighten up a little extra taller just to kind of.
Okay. And he knocks one more and goes for the knob and says, Elvis? And, like, begins to open it. And the door cracks open a bit, and he, like, looks back at you two and begins to step in.
I step in also.
Okay. Helbus is getting out of bed and, like, kind of fixing herself as best she can. Clearly just woken up from something. Something not restful. And she's surprised to see him, and then turns to confusion of seeing his face as well as your face, poking through the door, and she says, Hey, what's going on?
Do you
Uncle
know him?
Johan? Yeah, that's my uncle.
Okay, at least you weren't lying.
What are you doing here? She tries to whisper to him, and he's like, kind of like glancing over his shoulder at you, Nizoa, and says, I came here to talk and bring you home, but your friends are a little insistent.
We've been through a lot.
She looks at you, Nizoa, and says, yeah, I kind of trust them with a lot. So what are you doing here? And he goes, well... And he, like, looks at the bed that's very, like... All your beds are not, like, great in terms of quality, but hers is, like, visibly not broken, but not well kept, and not like they don't have springs in them, but like it's there are a couple like holes in it, and rips on the fabric. Very clearly not well used, if that's the right term. Very very evident of a nightmare-filled sleep.
Got it.
And Johann notices and then looks at her and says, "It looks like you've been keeping up with everything." And in Helbis's fashion, she covers up and says, "No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm totally okay." But it's clearly she's not. And Johann looks back at you again, and then looks at Helbis, and then looks at you, Nizoa, and says, "Has she told you anything?"
She told me a lot of things. You gotta be more specific.
About anything that's been happening to her family?
Not particularly. Care to
So
elaborate?
just to clarify, I thought he's listening, but he's literally became the door at this point, so he's standing in the doorway with his back turned to you guys. Just so you're aware.
You're our bodyguard. Got it.
Yeah. He looks at Helbis expectantly, and then when she doesn't say anything, he goes, "Her family is quite up there in our civilization, and has been well respected for a while. Except recently, when they haven't been too forward with some of their inventions."
Oh, that stuff.
And so some of our some of our council members have tried to talk with her parents and some of her brothers. And those talks didn't go so well.
And now you want to take her?
Her family wants her home to, how should I say, help get them off, and tries to wink at you.
You gotta work on the wink. But I get it.
Yeah, good with my hands, not with my eyes. Yeah. It's not fun right now. And not exactly, legal. But Helbis is one of only 2 siblings that are not currently being held. And without them, the family's in trouble. And so...
Well, if I had a good family, I would go to them, so I get it. I just killed my mom recently.
Oh!
I knew that would break everybody.
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Well, hopefully this doesn't end up the same way. Kind of want the opposite, in fact. I hope, as he looks at Helbis to see her reaction, And Helbus is just like,
She's probably like,
I
yeah.
don't want to kill my mom.
That is so
And Johann goes, I don't know. You haven't responded to any messages. And Helbus is like, I've been a little busy. And it slowly devolves into a hysterical, like, I don't know. But Helbus is uncharacteristically quiet as Johann turns to you and says, so yeah, I tried to come here and somehow managed to get on the ship and now to bring it back to hopefully get her brother and then go home.
And where's home exactly?
Home is in Benicial, Kingdom of the Gnomes, up near the mountains. Home sweet home.
I love this character so much. Can he stay?
Hey man, gnomes are interesting.
I love them.
And so Johann says, if Helbus is ready, and Helbus looks at you, Nizoa. Says, I mean, I'm always ready, right? And gives half.
I give her finger guns.
And Helbus kind of like looks out the door and says, Thud, you can turn around now.
So I'm gonna turn around and I'm actually going to place the ward tooth bracelet that I made around her neck. And just kind of smile while I, play with the potato man necklace that she made me. We'll find you when we come back to land.
Mm-hmm. Well, hopefully, you'll be able to find me, as she kind of, like, scratches her neck.
You know, we're good at finding people.
Well, look me up, I guess. I don't know, what's the address of the prison? And Johann, as soon as she says prison, just don't say prison. Okay. You didn't hear anything. No one's talking about a prison. And eyes widen and look down.
Well, if you trust him, I trust him, Elvis.
He's family.
That doesn't mean you have to trust him. If anyone knows that more than me.
Yeah, I guess so.
And I look at her uncle again and go, 'cause my mom.
Johann, as soon as he hears that, just like forces a comforting smile, just like, yeah. And Helbus speaks up again and says, "Are Ash and Freebird on the deck?"
Yeah, they're up there. I know you don't like goodbyes.
No. I've already said goodbye to one of our group. I don't want to say goodbye to another.
Yeah. You guys can always just leave from down here. I'm sure they'd understand.
No, that wouldn't be nice.
No, it wouldn't. Ash would probably find you and kill you, to be honest.
Yeah, why don't we bring her along as she looks at Johann? And he's like, I can only care of one of you, okay? I need to bring you home. And then she's like, oh. Promise me that if I get thrown in prison, you guys will break me out. And Johan's like, stop
Always.
saying prison!
That's a promise.
And so
Sounds
Helbus
like
will,
a good adventure.
Helbus will begin to walk up to the top deck. And so, Ash and Freebird, are you guys... Freebird, are you up at the helm still?
Of course.
Ash, where are you?
I'm usually up in the crow's nest.
Okay. Both of you see Helbus emerge from the hatch in the middle of the deck. And she will yell up at you, Ash, first, and say, "Hey, Ash, are you busy?"
What's the weather like? Can I hear her clearly? Or is it
Yeah,
super
you
windy
can
and
hear her clearly.
muffled?
Yeah, no,
So
it's choppy, but not bad weather.
okay, so but I can hear her fine.
Yeah.
So like I hear her say my name and I look over and no, not really. What's up?
Do you want me to come up to you, or can you come down here? I just don't want to make you like move or anything.
I'm gonna kind of like walk up the stairs and just give Ash like kind of a somber look. That she would know, like, just come say bye.
I don't. Okay. So I see I see Nizoa's look, but I don't know anything about anything that has happened during any of this. I'm assuming she's just sad because like she killed her mom recently. I don't know. So I'm assuming it's gonna be like a girl's talk.
Is this the episode name?
She killed her mom.
I killed her mom.
So I'm assuming it's like some kind of girls talk, and I'm gonna come down and start thinking of like tea recipes and like cookie recipes to like start helping girl problems.
Yep. So you climb down with those.
I'm basically preparing a PMS party because that's what I'm
Yes,
thinking.
let's do it.
Yep. And so you climb down to the deck, and Helbus kind of comes up to you and says, so I have to leave and go back. I do?
Leave where? Where are you gonna go? We're in the middle of an ocean.
Teleportation magic. It's actually pretty freaking cool.
Who has that magic?
And I point down to the little gnome, who I am
Yeah,
now in love with.
Johan's like at the bottom of the stairs, and like he like looks from around the open hatch and wait, it says, I have one more left in me. Gotta get back.
You have one more what? Who are you? How are you here? I have not seen you on this. Are you a stowaway?
No. Did no one get the message? I thought I sent a message.
Well, I told you didn't give us
What
enough
message?
time. Okay, he sent a message to Captain Kraken saying that he needed to use teleportation magic to come here to get Helbus to go back home because her family's in danger.
Well, yeah, half of them are missing, aren't they?
That too.
We already know that. We know that half her family is
So
missing.
Thud's just
How is
gonna
this
kind
any
of
different?
shout up, they're in jail.
Stop. Johan like begins to like tell you to shut up, and then like as he goes to look
Realizes
at your
how
stomach,
tall he is.
yeah, he goes to look at your stomach and then looks up and he's like,
He gets a clear shot up your loincloth.
yeah, prison.
You're right up the loincloth.
Long story short, Helbus has to leave for a little while.
But wait, is this the half of the family that was missing that we thought was maybe taken?
It's a long story.
Okay, well, she's also kind of busy right now. Like, we also have, like, visions to, like, save the world and things. I don't know. Wait, what are they in prison for?
Did they kill someone?
No, they're not murderers. No.
Oh, okay.
They politics are hard. And council members are not always nice, you know?
That's for sure.
Council members
And
are usually pretty nice to people who are nice to them, so I don't think that Helbus's family's shady dealings are more important than, you know, saving the world.
I saving the world is great. Her family's not the most understanding. Helbus
Oh, did
didn't
her
tell
mom kill
them.
her mom too?
No, Helbus didn't exactly tell them where she was. And I had to come find her because
Oh, snap.
she didn't exactly tell them where.
So you ran away like me.
And Helbus, like, at this point is kind of embarrassed and
Okay, well, is she gonna come
sad.
back? Is this gonna be
Um,
like a one day thing,
No, we go
or I
break her out of
mean,
jail.
Listen, I would appreciate if everyone stopped using the word jail
But that's what
in
it is.
public.
Would you prefer dungeon?
clink, slammer,
All of those words are horrible.
jailhouse, or
The Who Scout?
Underground playground.
no,
No,
that makes it sound
worse.
That one
enticing.
sounds better.
That just sounds wrong.
The shank place.
Someone's in a shake place? What the fuck?
Anyway.
And so Helbus kind of goes, yeah, home wasn't fun, you know? But if my dad needs my help, then I need to go.
I just pick up Heldus and give her a hug.
She squeezes real tight. Gives you a hug back. I love you guys a lot. And you're the reason that I got to where I am. But so is my dad.
Don't
So-
stop working on Michael's leg.
Yeah. Maybe I can do that while I'm there. I got some ideas from Sam.
And Nozoa looks like visibly really like upset, and she like starts to cry, and she does like finger guns really quickly and like runs up the stairs and leaves.
Mm-hmm. And then she turns to you, Ash, and like kind of like can't kick the dirt on the ship, but she kicks the dirt. And like kind of like looks at you through like her eyes are down and then like look up and then down again. I'm sorry. I don't want to go, but my dad needs me.
Yeah, of course. Family comes first. And I'm sure it's a decision that you won't live down. And Ash will give her some cookies and the She'll give her the tea bags from the places that they visited.
Mm. She puts them in her pouches. Says, "Thank you for everything. I hope I see you again. I mean, I hope you guys come back. If I can't make it back to the ship, I don't even know how I do that. Teleportation magic is not my thing. But as soon as you come back, look me up. Hopefully everything hasn't gone to shit."
Which jail does that need to be?
She looks at Johan, and then like she'll tell you the name of the town she's from.
Okay.
Um,
Ash gives her a hug and then goes upstairs.
and finally, she'll come over to Freebird. And she says, and she like looks at you and then realizes, oh yeah, you can't start the conversation, I guess.
So awkward.
Do you even know any phrases that could start a goodbye conversation?
So Freebird doesn't actually say anything. He'll just he'll pull out a cupcake that he stole last season.
I remember that.
Is that
I didn't
before or
forget.
after you got kidnapped?
Before.
That was before.
Yeah,
that
it
was in
right,
like the
right before.
like barracks before we even like left, wasn't it?
Oh.
Okay, so he's gonna pull out the cupcake, which is very well preserved. It's like a fruit cake, and he's gonna slip one of his lucky lockpicks in there, and sleight of hand it to her. I'm not gonna even roll. 24.
Just make a random number up. 36.
11, great.
Sounds about right.
And she squeezes you tight as well. She says, "Thank you. You're really cool. Glad we could like play songs together." Even though she pulls out her flute. I don't really do it much anymore, but I'll probably use some of your music if that's okay.
He nods, of course.
Thank you. Hope to see you soon. I told them where to find me when you guys get back. But yeah, and she like ruffles your feathers a little bit, like scratches you. I love you guys. And she begins to go back down to Johan. And he's as she gets down, he's already in the middle of actually drawing a teleportation circle on the lower deck of the ship. And
Can I roll something to like see if I can like memorize what he's doing?
in the way that a teleportation circle works, you can memorize the destination,
Okay.
but the origin can be anywhere. So
Got
like
it.
teleportation circle works, you can like draw a circle on the ground anywhere and go to a certain destination that has a teleportation circle, and that's what you would memorize.
Got it. Okay.
So this means nothing to you.
I still watch
Yeah,
as I'm combing through Passion's hair.
Mm-hmm. It's yep. You just watch. He draws one circle and then like lines that circle with arcane runes, and then draws another circle and more runes. And finally, one center large rune, and he holds the chalk in the air, and then Helbus steps in the circle with him, and he like puts his arm around her and like squeezes her tight, and then looks at you, Nizoa, and says, "Thanks for keeping her safe. Come visit when you can.
We'll see you
Venetia's a
in
great
jail.
place." And draws the last bit of the rune as the circle flashes, and in an instant they're both gone.
Yeah, Ash starts making tea for everyone. I'll put on the kettle.
The afternoon passes as the sun sets, enjoying your tea together. Just as the last bit of sunlight crests over the horizon, you see a small landmass not too far away. And that's where we'll end our session.
Oh boy. Back on land, bitches.
Back
We're all
on
gonna
land
die.
very soon.
And Blitz, Ash is all about her tea.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Fact.
all about it. It's a big deal.
I learned so many things, so many types of tea.
Honestly, so have I.
I've learned tea types, and I have learned like
Temperatures.
campfire. I've learned like campfire cooking recipes.
Yeah. You should make a cookbook.
I'll put a cookbook chapter in
Oh, do it.
the Traveler's Guide to Thuerginia, which I'm writing. I've finished the building for
Did you?
Nifoletto and Granborough. So Jen, if you want to read anything about halflings, I got a whole thing now.
Yeah.
I want to read it.
Anybody can read it. And I'm working on the dwarven part next.
I'm excited about my part.
Your part technically
Doesn't exist, Kat, because your character is a hot mess.
It exists, but it's not. It's going to exist, but not in the same way. But also at the same time, it's not entirely built.
Got it.
So, it's very like campaign specific.
Well, yeah, it's a campaign specific. There we go.
Yeah. Because you're one of many peoples in the Underdark, and that is an
Sure.
entirely different book. But yes.
But yeah, if anyone in chat has not seen what I meant by I killed my mom, it's a very good episode.
Go watch
It's
it.
one of my
It
favorites.
was great.
Ending of last season.
Yep.
Yes. So, thank you all for joining us. Join us next time as our heroes have found their technically third island
Yeah.
in the
What is it,
vast,
15 days
boring
now?
sea. What?
It's 15 days now, right? We've been on the water.
It is now.
Ooh, I sounded New York there.
Shit. Wait. Hold on.
Burn it with
You
fire.
left on
Can we just pass by it, throw fire on it, and leave?
the.
Firebomb
Actually,
an island
technically no,
now.
because it is a rocky island.
Oh,
so fuck
well, there
you.
goes that.
So
So fuck you. 55, 2, 7, 5, 4. Actually, wait. Did I not count correctly?
A large
No,
possibility.
wait. No, I counted from the wrong day. Hold on. You left.
This is riveting entertainment.
I know, right? Okay, so you left then. No, what the fuck?
Well, while Will learns how to add,
Well, we'll learn simple math. We will.
I will let you guys know what is coming up on the channel the rest of this week. Tomorrow is my campaign, Evan Rune. That'll be at 7 o'clock. I think we went back to 7. And then on Thursday we have Sabers. So, and then and Wednesday I'll be on Saint Stella's channel for her campaign. No, still haven't done the math. Wow. All right, I'll keep talking.
I guess 19 days. Does that make sense?
Jesus.
Somewhere between
18 or
17
I was
19,
thinking
yeah.
17. I was. I
I'm
thought it had been
I'm gonna-
17, but
I'm gonna say
I think I actually have it written down. I keep saying that, but
You
then I
don't.
can't-
You
and then I can't
quiet.
find it.
I'm gonna say
But I do have
18
episode 9, first sentence. Holy
You-
shit, I died.
yeah. I'm gonna say after you take your long rest, it's going to be the 18th day
Okay.
because I'm not gonna count the one day you were on the island where you partied.
Got it. Okay.
That's the one day that you were not technically at sea. So this is gonna be the 18th
That's true.
day.
That's true.
And if anybody's interested in my calendar, the 7th day of Tyrion, which is basically October, I think.
Now we know.
Yeah.
All
World
right,
building,
guys.
guys, it's fun.
Oh, should
Do
we
it.
raid someone? Let's raid someone. Is anyone on? Norse Foundry's on. That's all I got. Anyone else have anyone else? Not that I'm not gonna raid Norse Foundry, but if someone else has like less people watching, I'd rather raid them.
Not off the top of my head.
Well then we will go raid those homies, I guess. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe some of these fools will show up in chat.
Oh, yeah, rehearsal, but
Yeah.
have fun.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Thank you for coming.